Westley and MacLean model, which was proposed in the year 1957 by Bruce Westley and Malcolm MacLean. This is an extension of ABX model, but which first time introduced one more new element called C. That is, C is nothing but or some organization which is filtering the information, which is deciding what to be communicated for the larger audience. This Wesley and MacLean model is applicable to mass communication. So this model is trying to explain the messages in mass communication, how they pass, what are the different checkpoints are there, which are called as the gatekeepers. This also emphasizes on the role of gatekeepers within the media organization. Gatekeepers are nothing but the persons who are checking the entry of the information within the media organization, and they are filtering information before it is going to be disseminated for the larger audience, whether it is sub editors, newspaper organization, policy editor, or the reporter. And sources may be also act as the gatekeepers while providing the information for the reporters, etc. There are elements called A, C, and B. Here, if you see, there are x's, x1, x2, x3, and x4. These x1, x2, x3, x4 are the sources of information, the news sources, what you call. And then you can see the arrows, which means from this x1 messages or x2, x3 messages are reaching messages or information that is reaching A. A is a communicator generally. A can be a reporter. Then A is the one who is perceiving from the sources x1, x2, x3 some information which is called x1, x2, x3. Then what he is perceiving based on that, if you see in the Jeffner model also what you perceive, based on that only you can produce a message. So here if you see these x1, x2, x3 information, A, the communicator is getting from x1, x2, x3, x4 sources. And from this, A is again creating a story or information or news story that is called x1. Okay. So the x1 story is like a bureau copy that is going to be sent to the C. That is a new element which is introduced by the Wesley and MacLean for the first time to explain the process of mass communication in a society. So here C is a media organization. Here if you see the mass communication media organization where the C is having various gatekeepers. Those are the one who are filtering the information. So sometimes if you see there is a another arrow which is coming from the sources. Sometimes the sources are providing information to the media organization directly, like news agency from where the media organization also gets the information. And X3, X4 C is something, the information which is directly reaching the C, the media organization or the gatekeepers. Here B is a audience. So the larger audience, as you know, the mass audiences who are maybe scattered throughout the geographical area and heterogeneous masses, they are the one who is receiving the content from the C organization or the mass media organization. There are various gatekeepers within the media organization. They are filtering the information before it is going to be disseminated for the larger audience called B. So here B is the audience. B may be sending the feedback towards the A if there is a possibility. That is, whatever the feedback the B is giving towards the A is called FBA. Then B is also sending his feedback towards the C organization, that is called FBC here. And sometimes the media organization also may be giving the feedback towards the A, the communicator or the reporter, that is called FCA. The A is a communicator, but on behalf of this A, C is a media organization that is acting as the intermediary between the A and B. So here B is directly not getting any information from the A, the reporter, but here the message is something which is created by A is edited by the C organization, and again that is edited message whatever we have is called X2, that is going to be communicated for the audience. Those are called the B. So here F is something which is called as a feedback if you see. So here there are number of issues which are happening throughout the world. So all those number of issues are not going to be covered by the newspaper organization or the broadcast media. So here the X1, X2, X3, X4 are the sources of communication. They may be courts, municipalities, government organizations, or higher education departments, or police stations, etc. So anyway, the sources may be a number of within the society. So the A may be an individual. Again, depending on the A, the attitude, the behavior, his beliefs, his values, etc. A is the one who is perceiving from these news sources whatever he thinks it is important for the larger audience based on his personal unique characteristic whatever he has. Based on that only he is creating a message called X1, and that X1 is reaching the media organization, and sometimes the media organization is deciding whether the story has to be carried for the larger audience B or not. And sometimes the message which is being communicated by the AC itself here rejects the stories and what they receive from the agencies like other sources like X3C, X4, etc. In that way, also after receiving that communication, they may also present it for the audience. So here C is a media organization. There are various gatekeepers. They are checking the entry of the information. They are filtering the information before it is going to be disseminated for the larger audience. So here C is the one which is mediating between the A and B. B is nowhere in connection with the A. So here whatever B gets is something which is being filtered by the C organization from the A. So A is a communicator, C is a media organization, B is the audience. Here whatever is A receiving from the various sources about the issues, the whatever he perceives based on that he is going to communicate something called X1, that is going to be altered or changed sometimes as it is. It can be presented by the C organization for the audience called B. Here Wesley and MacLean model first time introduced the